You're so close.
I've got relegated to a different spot in the house today because we've got an HVAC guy here doing the work in the office and two other rooms. So I'm like in the living room on a couch with one of those little table things.
I imagine you were hiding in the closet or something.
I'm so scared.
We should be. Are you scared? We're at 63,000.
Well, to be honest, it does hurt. I didn't feel anything last week when we were in like the 70s.
I
Being back,
knew it. I knew
yeah,
it. I knew the shell was going to crack.
being back down to the 60s. I wouldn't say it like it. It just brings me back. Something about
Yes.
being in the 60s just like brings me back because I,
Yes.
spent there's so many memories from like the 60s and the 50s and just being in that zone again. I'm like, oh shit, like we were just here,
We were
But
just here. We were so young, so
yeah,
innocent, so humble.
and it felt like when you were at the higher levels that you had sort of just like graduated a bit. You had elevated above
Yeah.
what those days were like, and then Bitcoin just has this humbling effect where it's like, well, actually, no, let's bring you back down. You get a little too cocky and confident, and we'll humble you.
It was really hard to buy Bitcoin at 100, at 110, at 107, at 108. Like you're buying sats like $100 at a time or 20 bucks at a time, and you're getting like nothing. Like you're literally getting hardly anything. It is so hard to buy Bitcoin when it's expensive. And I'm just getting all this, like, I just feel like potential.
Yeah, you know what, dude? Man, I'm in a kind of a different situation because, well, it feels great getting paid Bitcoin, even if it's in the hundreds. Yeah, I got paid a lot,
Yeah,
around 120, Doesn't feel so good when all that income basically gets cut in half.
it's true. It is. Yeah, I'm getting paid in Bitcoin too, and this is a
Yeah.
major haircut.
And I don't know. I'm curious. I'm just like hesitant to share. We have like a
Yeah,
family. We have a family
don't,
situation. There's like
yeah.
some personal things with like the family that I won't go into.
But it's a lot easier when Bitcoin's at
But it's a lot
120.
easier when Bitcoin's at 120, and all this
Yeah,
sort of just has like come to a head in the personal like, family stuff, and then all this like within the last week. So I think that's probably part of it too. Is just the fact that you have to build a buoyancy toward yourself, and being able to like batten down the hatches when shit gets crazy. Fortunately, like we're gonna be fine. Like it's not like a
yeah,
serious thing, and I don't think I have to sell like any Bitcoin or anything like that. But we're in a situation where I'm not going to be able to stack aggressively as I would have been, and
right.
it's just that part that's the part that gets me. It's like I'd be a lot more comfortable being in these prices or in the 50s. I'd be encouraging that if I'm like, oh man, I'm locked and loaded. I'm ready to like buy a Bitcoin, or something. And yeah, it's just a different reality for me at this time. So it's going to be smaller, still smaller stacks, but getting more bang for the buck, even at these lower prices than what we would be in the hundreds. So,
Yeah,
take it for what it is.
yeah. I think it's like a tightrope.
Yeah.
You want Bitcoin to go up because it increases your purchasing power. You want it to go down so you can get more. And
Mhm.
you have to live oscillating between those two realities.
Yeah.
And I'll be honest, I did not think that we were going to go this low. And I know I said that last week, but we were calling for like the high 70s and it hit 62 today. And it could touch 58K again
I know.
before it bounces. Even more, it looks like there are a couple of big exchanges that are
Mhm.
maybe in trouble. And I'm not sure if it's true, not confirmed, but we're seeing some rumblings out there, which is like FTX, Celsius, BlockFi vibes,
Yeah, and if the
and then you wonder,
treasury companies start to unravel,
yeah, Sailor's fine, but
sailors
there are
in a different
160
league.
others that have
Yeah.
bought Bitcoin. And
Yeah.
I saw that there was a leverage ETF outflow, $3 billion from leverage ETFs that rebalanced. So for no reason at all, like no, not news driven, not market driven forces. It's just this cyclical pattern apparently that goes on with these leverage ETFs and triggered this massive $10,000 sell off.
So you think that's all it is? I mean,
Crazy.
there's macro factors as well you could talk
I
about.
do.
But I feel like that's always at play.
I think we're kind of like inside baseball, and there's been a lot of Epstein and Bitcoin FUD. And I think the normies have heard some of that. I had a guy in my hockey team say, "Didn't Epstein have something to do with Bitcoin?"
Oh, really?
And that's like all the knowledge that they get. But that he wasn't a buyer of Bitcoin anyway.
I
Like
don't think
the
that's influencing
normies, yeah,
markets. Yeah.
yeah, like the normies aren't buying because Epstein mentioned Bitcoin, and they're not buying for that reason. They're just on the sidelines. I think that everybody who's interested in Bitcoin and understands what it is knows that this is an opportunity. And so if you're a sat stacker, if you're a holder, you just got to wait. You just got to
Yeah.
be patient. You just got
Yeah.
to hold on.
And man, if you're a Bitcoin company, I would just say this is the time to make your mark.
Yes.
It's anybody can be all happy and promotional when the price is going up, but it's
So
like
easy.
you build your reputation when the price is tanking.
You really
Because
do.
then that's the real signal that you're like one of the real ones and you're not going anywhere. And so I would just say as a guy, just a humble guy that runs a comms agency focused on Bitcoin companies, don't end your contracts with me, stick around.
Yeah.
Or if you're a Bitcoin company out there and you're like, man, how can we capitalize off of this? Reach out to me. I'd be happy to help you.
I think PR is more important than ever for Bitcoin companies.
Yeah.
How are you messaging the downturn? How are
Hmm.
you spinning this to your advantage? Taking a leap over your competitors and PR, media, that's where you can do all that.
You have
So
to
yeah,
inspire
they
confidence. You have to
they
inspire
should call
confidence,
you.
and even if you don't like, there's a lot of ways to tackle that. But yeah, but the great thing about a lot of I mean, Bitcoin founders is that they don't need to be told that necessarily. The ones that are legit understand that inherently
Yeah.
because they're ideologically clear in what they're building and what they're sticking around for. They've been in Bitcoin for a while, so they get that. The crypto folks obviously is completely different. They're all pivoting to AI and
They got
whatever.
nothing
Like,
left.
what can we pivot to next?
Right.
So you don't
Such a scam.
yeah, you don't get a lot of that with Bitcoin. There's a lot of AI
Right.
Bitcoin synergies, and that's all well and good. That's advantageous for companies to, think about how you can integrate with AI and use it for your business. But that's completely different than being like, no, we're actually an AI company now. We're not,
Right.
so
I'll
yeah,
tell you what, the bear market is the best for memes.
I
This is
know.
where this is
Yeah.
where the meme game takes off. And I feel like the suffering, being at the absolute bottom, being broke after being rich, not really, but just like in Bitcoin terms, or feeling it. Like this is when the best memes are made. This is when
Totally.
all the tourists leave. This is when all the influencers are gone. And all you have left are the people like us who buy at any price, who know what's going to happen over the long term. And we're like looking around, wondering who else is here. I love this.
The bear market is the best for memes. I remember we talked about that. It's like, it's such an easy meme template to go on. Like I've been posting just silly stuff about like being sad, but I'm not sad. It's just it's easy to post a picture of a
It's
dog
cathartic.
looking out at the ocean and being like, "What is life?" Like contemplating my existence right now. It's like I actually believe that stuff full heartedly, but yeah, as I stare out the window into the blue skies and the trees as I'm talking.
Hey, it's not a bad place to
Maybe
be.
I,
It's a good place to reflect.
yeah, yeah. So we're at 63.
Yeah.
Where are we going?
I don't think we're going to hit 58. I don't think we're going to.
Yeah.
I know I'm saying that like I'm walking on really thin ice, but I think that we are going to see a buying opportunity that gets scooped up pretty quickly. And by quickly, I mean 2 weeks, maybe a month.
Yeah, I have a signal that I always pay attention to. and it pretty foolproof in terms of what it tells me about the price. So right before I get paid in Bitcoin, it's like pretty stable, and then I get paid in Bitcoin, then it like dumps.
Yeah.
Leads up to it. Oh, it's good. It's like 5% higher, and then like I get paid, then it like dumps. So
That's what I'm thinking too.
I
It's
think
going to be the
I'm
end of
getting
the
paid in like
month.
the next week, so I think we're back up to like 68, and then I think we're still ranging between 60, 62, 63, and 70.
Yeah.
And for how long is the question?
Well, we've got the Bitcoin conference coming up in April, and the price usually shits the bed around the conferences.
Yeah,
So I could see us rallying, getting back up into the mid 80s in March,
and then
maybe
back
touch
down.
94, and then puking back down to the 70s in time for the conference.
It
So
could be like a year of this. I guess it depends
it
on.
could be.
I guess it depends on how deep you think we are into the bear market. You know, a lot of people have been talking about, well, we've been in a bear
I,
for a while, but not really because like you don't have an all-time high during a bear.
I
So
just I don't know that this market can be quantified as we're in a bear market. Like, yes, the price is in the absolute shitter, but I don't get the sense that it's something that's going to last a long time. And I
a
think the
year, you don't think?
October,
You think pretty short?
no, no, I
I
think we'll
still
be
kind of
at,
stand. Sorry, I'm interjecting.
you're fine.
I still kind of stand by the November thing with midterms. I don't think like you can't have Republicans vying for office with the everything in in the tanker. You know, you gotta have to find
I
a way to pump
agree.
prices.
This would be the perfect time for the US to revalue its gold holdings, the ones that don't exist in Fort
Yeah,
Knox, and say, hey, we're going to revalue the gold and we're going to buy Bitcoin with it. You know, I think that could happen and surprise everyone. It looks like the Clarity Act is getting punted. I don't know that that was going to be huge for Bitcoin. It looked like if it was enacted, it would maybe limit some of the wash trading that you see on the CME. But if you think about like, look at the rest of the year, I think we have until May to make some progress. And then the summers are usually pretty boring. There's really not a lot of action in the summer.
yeah.
And then I think it's like the fall when we could have a
Q4.
chance to hit all-time highs again. And I feel
That's what
like
I think.
that's probably the most likely time it's going to happen.
Yeah, 150 in Q4 and
Yeah, but I
above.
wouldn't say that we're in a bear market. I think it was structural problems within within the exchanges and within the institutional products that are causing this. I don't think it's really sentiment. I think the plebs have been upset, but I think all the buying has been still happening on the institutional side. It's just that it's changed hands from the people who held Bitcoin for a long time to the institutional people. So to me, I'm not a TA guy. I just don't think we're in this like long grind down. I think that we bounce up, we have a boring 3 months, and then we're back to the races, hitting all-time highs in the fall.
I can't wait to post the video from the hangover when we're back. We are
We're
back.
so back.
We are so back.
We're so back. If only you knew how over it had to be for us to be this back.
Now that is a feeling to latch on toward too. You know, this the knowing, having that
Yeah.
like perspective, retroactive thinking where it's like just visualize what it's going to be like when Bitcoin's north of 200K, and you're like, man, I remember what it was like when it shit the bed.
Yeah, it's hard to forget. I mean, I do forget, but there are those moments that, like you said at the beginning, they pop up, and I remember being at 17,000, you know,
Yeah,
and 34,000 and 55. And this
15.
is good. It just humbles you. And I think the other thing is it's important to stay solvent.
Yeah,
Like more than anything else, you got to stay solvent. You can't take leverage. You can't take a loan on Bitcoin.
always stay far from the loans. Yeah,
Stay
not.
out of debt. Like keep your stack and try to, make as much fiat as possible just to stay alive and pay your bills.
Yeah.
That to me that's the way that you get through these periods and
Hmm.
stack when you can.
Yeah, you used to be batten down the hatches. There's actually something oddly comforting about that mentality of like, I mean, life is suffering. Like that's, we're going to suffer. Things are bad things are going to happen. That's inevitable. It's just, and when you can understand that and embrace that suffering and be like, man, okay, now's actually the time to, go get a little bit more inward, detach a little bit more from the price, put it over there, just focus on working hard, working out, making money, doing what's best for you and your family, and then the rest will just come catch up eventually,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah. It's like having a life outside of Bitcoin,
Yeah, it's
having
important.
meaning outside of Bitcoin. Oh, speaking of, I started listening to The Crossing. So
Okay.
more to come on that, but
Well, I want to warn you. When you're listening to it, there's going to be dialogue in Spanish, and it's not gonna translate it in the book, but eventually, like they'll say it in Spanish, and then they'll be like, and the man said to the boy, and the boy said to the man, and so like they'll recap it, so you know.
oh,
But
gotcha.
I'll say for me, the book really starts like, I mean, it's a beautiful first part of the book, but I'll just shut up because I want you to read it, and then
No, yo hablo
it's
español un
yeah, okay,
poco,
I'll
un
shut up.
poquito.
It just gets better and better, though. I'll say that.
Cool.
When you think it might end is when it starts.
Yeah,
Anyway, let's talk
good.
about. There's one really exciting thing that happened in Bitcoin, and this is kind of a testament to what we were talking about, like the prices tanking, but then Kraken just recorded the first $1 million Lightning Network payment, and
Somebody sent $1 million over Lightning.
yeah, and it settled in 0.43 seconds with near
Wow.
zero fees, negligible fee.
So from one Lightning wallet to another Lightning wallet.
Using
Wow.
so powered by voltage.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's wild.
Isn't that crazy?
Who was that? Did Bobby Shell send that payment to himself?
No, that was between a company
I'm
called
kidding.
Secure Digital Markets and Kraken
Wow.
using voltage to send the payment.
What a baller test transaction.
Yeah. Proof of concept for seven-figure payments between regulated counterparties, routed via Voltage's managed Lightning infrastructure, which offers node management, pre-provisioned liquidity, and uptime guarantees aimed at exchanges and trading desks.
That's why you can't be bearish.
Voltage CEO Graham Krizik said the transaction marked an important milestone for institutional Bitcoin payments. It highlights the ability to meet enterprise requirements. Yeah, I mean, so
Did you
what
write this PR release?
I did.
It's good, man. It's good. It
So what Bitcoin, what can't Lightning do? Microtransactions for AI, large institutional transactions for, like north of seven figures for negligible fees near instantly. And Lightning's cool because it's kind of like a privacy wrapper too. Like
right.
it's not a blockchain. So I think in terms of stablecoin adoption, which is like inevitable, like if you're routing stablecoins through Lightning and you're running your own node, I mean, that's all private. And it's
Hmm.
very hard to track, which I think is
Hmm.
cool. It's not a blockchain. So
Yeah,
yeah.
it's a layer two. Batches all the transactions, settles on chain later. That's very cool. Yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
how can you be bearish? That's what I'm talking about. Like Bitcoin is the future. You might not see it reflected in the price, but that doesn't mean the technology is not being used at higher and higher levels. So
Yeah. I mean,
it's good.
the companies like this are out there just like shipping stuff, not giving a fuck about the price, and that's great.
That is great. What do you think? Should we stack some sats?
Yep.
I'm going to buy $100 today.
Let's go, dude. Okay.
I mean, we're at $63,187, and I'm going to get six-figure sats, 157,000 sats.
I'll meet you.
Look at that.
I'll meet you. Stacked a hundo.
Go. Got it.
Nice, man. That
Oh
feels
yeah.
good.
Feels good. That's good, man. Things are things are still good.
Everything's okay. Everything's
I'm
fine.
not dead
Things
yet.
are good.
I feel happy.
Yeah, things are good. Yeah.
New
You've
chapter.
seen True Detective, right?
No.
Oh my gosh, come on, bro. Season 1 of True Detective,
Mm, haven't
game
seen it.
over. Yeah,
Really?
you have to. It's one of the best.
All right, fine.
Watch it. Just give it a
I'll watch
watch.
I'll watch the first episode. I don't really watch a lot of TV, but okay.
You ever watched Twin Peaks?
No.
I feel like you would have watched Twin Peaks. I mean, your music taste, like you like Built to Spill. That's
Yes.
kind of like Twin Peaks vibes, in my opinion. It's sort of like I
Okay.
know those guys just love Twin Peaks. It was sort of like a hipster thing as well, but it's strange. Twin Peaks is I wouldn't. Yeah, just start with True Detective. Twin Peaks is kind of like a soap opera in a
Is
way.
it like X-Files?
Yeah, kind of like that. But True
Okay.
Detective is in a yeah, it's a totally different genre, and yeah, it's incredible. Really
All
good.
right. I'll watch and report back.
You've got. I'm giving you all these assignments, like read The Crossing, watch True
Hey,
Detective.
it's perfect time. I got to fill the time up with something. If I'm not going to be watching the Bitcoin minute chart, I got to be doing something.
Yeah, I'm looking at it now. We're going. It didn't look too good to me.
We'll see. Maybe we will hit 58.
Down 25% on the week.
Just a massive drop, dude. Look
Down
in the last month.
32% in the month.
$30,000 in a month.
Yeah.
If you were trying to get Bitcoin, like this is, the whole train stopped, went in reverse, and came back to let you on.
Yeah. You know
That
what's
never
painful is
happens.
even to look at the 5 year. You look at the 5 year and you're up 88
It's
percent. You're like,
it's
all
so
that
ugly,
work?
dude. It's so ugly. What an ugly chart.
Yeah. That's
It's all
okay.
right. We'll get there.
Just lamenting at the moment. Yeah, we'll get there. Well,
Yeah.
yeah, dude, I don't know. Is there anything else you want to talk about?
I got nothing else, man.
Yeah.
This is that's it.
That's it. That's it. Listen, guys. If you're tuning in today and you just need a little companionship, a little comfort, it's gonna
Somebody
be
stack sats with.
someone stack sats with. Like we hope you stacked with us. Look on the bright side. You get to get cheaper sats, and it was never about what's going to happen in the next year or two. It was always about what's going to happen in the next decade or two. So zoom out. Don't worry about it. Focus on your life. Focus on making money, being a happy person, stacking sats, and then the rest will figure itself out. Okay? Don't
That's
stress.
that's that's good advice. And leave us a voice DM.
Leave
I
us a
should
voice.
I haven't checked. We might have one. I'll check for Monday
Okay.
for next week's
Well,
pod.
what's cool is we're going to have the knickknack guys on, at least one of them.
That sounds promising.
I'm glad it worked.
Love talking about nicotine.
I know, man. We have to be freaking nicked up for this podcast.
So much
Lip
focus.
after lip. All right,
Good
man.
stuff.
Well, you have a good day or a good evening, I suppose, and we'll talk to you later.
All right, man. Hang in there.
Peace.